Hey guys, we were just going live and it cut us off for some reason. So if you caught us before, well, here we are again. So uh, today I was working with Amber and she actually was doing my identity code session and she was reading my birth chart. And it was so fascinating to see all of the different things and what it said about how I should be making money. It felt like it would be selfish of me to not have her do this in front of you guys because it made such a huge impact and it's been so fascinating. So she's going to do an identity code session on me here. And, you know, we've talked some about it so far. And so we'll talk about some of the different things. And I just want you guys to see how creepy this is because it's creepy. That's all. So that being said, Amber, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Amber. I just recently moved to Phoenix, Arizona from Denver, Colorado. I'm a massage therapist that is going through a certification to become a life and success coach that will also certify me in really cool things like hypnotherapy and other awesome neuroscience and psychology tools that I'll incorporate with my body work for a really powerful transformation session. And in addition to that, I will do things like these identity code sessions where I look at people's birth charts and I'm able to help them align with their career more with their soul purpose. And Beth was just saying it was really interesting because she's already been doing some of these things and it's just interesting to see how life has placed her and she's already done some of the things without even knowing that it's literally in her star destiny.
In the stars. It's written in the stars,
written in
guys.
The stars for her. So Beth is a Leo and she's very Leo. She has several planets in Leo. And she has several other planets in fire signs. So she's very fiery, very quick, very smart. Anyone who knows Beth probably knows that about her already. So in regards to her career, Leo being her sun sign, the sun is the most important thing for you to become and to be that expression in the world. And Leo is to be an example to the world of what can be. And this particular sun in the placement of Leo was in the 7th house, and I know a lot of this is a little bit gibberish.
Jargon. Yes.
But the 7th house is career-wise, it's focused around mentoring and one-on-one and support. And anyone who knows Beth knows. Tell us what you do, Beth.
I'm a coach.
Beth is a coach. She supports people on a one-on-one level. In fact, that's why I'm here today. She is offering me a ton of support. So interestingly enough, she's already doing that.
Yeah, it was just crazy because she all of a sudden she's like, okay, so with all of these different things you're supposed to be teaching, you're supposed to be getting in front of people and impacting them and getting them to be more capable. And I'm like, well, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because that turns out to be Beth's passion is showing people that they're more capable than they even think they are, and showing them what is possible and also providing practical solutions for them. Mm-hmm. Beth's moon is in Gemini in the 4th house, and the moon is about how you need to express. And Gemini is all about sharing ideas and communication, and the 4th house is about long-term security. And that's what Beth is always doing. She's thinking about this, wanting to express this. This is what she's doing. So it was really interesting because of the 9 planets, 4 of Beth's are in Leo in the 7th house. So just over and over again, the universe is saying you are meant to be an example. You are meant to show people what is possible, and you are meant to do it through one-on-one support and coaching. So her Mercury, what she thinks about, her Mars, what drives her, her Sun, who she is meant to be on this earth. So it's inescapable.
Yeah, it's just nuts because I've never, I was telling Amber that I've looked at, my birth chart a million times. I'm always like, that's interesting. Okay, there's something about Capricorn and that, yeah.
So the Capricorn part that did stand out because Capricorn is literally the one planet that she has that's not a fire sign. And Capricorns they're all about creating a system or a framework to make everyone else's goals achievable. And when I told Beth that her Neptune, which is the vision for the future, what she sees when she pictures the future, is creating this framework, something to help others make their goals more achievable, she stopped. And we had to start this video because she was like, wait, I haven't even told anybody this or shown anybody this. But she has some really amazing things under wraps of a framework that she's creating to make us all really realize how capable we truly are. And Beth is especially equipped in coaching to help people realize how capable they are because of her placements, just who she is. So she's very special in the fact that she can encourage, she can light the fire on people's passion. Her Jupiter is in Aries, so what makes her happy is unlocking her clients' passion and getting them fired up and making money through their passions. And so Beth is like literally designed to be an amazing coach. It turns out.
Who knew?
Who knew?
It was in the stars.
Who knew?
Yeah, so one of the, so for those of you who have worked with me that are listening, if you want to just drop a 1 or something, if this sounds accurate for me, you can drop a 2 and then I'll tell you that you don't know me at all. Just kidding. But yeah, like, let me know if this sounds, as you're listening to her, does that sound exactly like me or what? So it was crazy. And so that was when I was like, I need you to go live in my group so that we can show these people what this is. So what she just showed me is all about exactly how I am supposed to make money. And exactly, what's going to make me feel the most fulfilled. She actually, would you mind sharing about that purpose as far as not holding back, how that interacts with everything we're supposed to do?
Right. So in looking at Beth's chart, she has 4 of the 9 planets in Leo. And Leo is about not holding back through owning your opinion and really being an example and expressing that. And that was kind of like the key to open the door to like the next level of success for her. So really realizing that she's already been experiencing that and realizing that is coming down the pipeline and something that she needs to approach and optimize and work through. But it was also really interesting that the stars confirmed it. And it can be really comforting in my experience to know, like, wow, like this is literally all happening as it should.
There's literally, it literally makes sense of so many different things, right? And so, I've attempted to leave the coaching industry so many times, and it's like I just get called back to it. Like, there's no way I can get away from it. And
how do you get called back to it?
It's like, honestly, it's just like this like gut instinct in my belly of like, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah.
Why do you try to leave it?
Because I get annoyed with people in the industry, for one. For 2, oh my gosh.
I feel like I can't talk about it.
No, it's exactly what you're saying, is that I bite my tongue.
Yeah.
And so it makes it miserable for me because I sit there biting my tongue
And
instead
you see
of
what they're doing.
instead of telling people like, hey, you're screwing this up here. This is how you fix it.
Right.
Hey, change your attitude. Hey, if you want to talk to me, you got to have a good attitude, right?
Right.
Those sorts of things. It's just really, really fascinating because the thing that makes it miserable is me not being true to the number one thing.
And that's interesting because that's exactly what your challenge says. And it's like you just, it's interesting how confirming it can be, and also kind of enlightening too. Like if there are some things that don't feel quite in place, like it kind of highlights it, like what needs to kind of be more put into place. You know?
Yeah. And I think there were a few other really interesting things. So one of the questions she asked me, she was like, okay, so what's your biggest passion? And I said, the first thing was my kids.
Oh.
My kids. But, why are my kids my passion? Because they're the future.
Right.
Because they represent what's possible, and they're the people that I'm the most responsible for helping to develop to be the most powerful people they can be. So,
and helping them find their passion so that they can be really happy, because that's what you want to do for everyone, is help them find their passion.
Yes.
And realize how capable they are.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's so fascinating, because as I've in just the recent weeks, I ended up having this realization that like I'm not meant to help people with all of their marketing the same way that I did before. I can coaching wise, and I have some clients that are very near and dear to me that's not going away for them. But what I realized was that the thing that I needed to be doing was coaching. Just solely coaching to get people to have transformations.
Right.
And so it's just so fascinating because she had no clue that all of this stuff was going on in my life. She had no idea that, that's what I had been working on and working towards. And all of a sudden.
What's hilarious is we never even got to your Pluto before we started this.
Let's go.
Your Pluto is in Scorpio. So your Pluto is what you're meant to do in the world. Scorpio is about facilitating in others' transformation. And it's in the 9th house, which is through teaching. And so yeah, that's so yeah, it's interesting. It's just interesting.
That is so interesting.
Yeah.
So Amber we were just talking about her creating just a special, really fast offer for you guys while we're here in this challenge, because like this has been so affirming. It's been mind blowing. It's been so useful to be able to see all of these things. Mostly because, like, people always say, well, yeah, astrology, it just tells you a bunch of stuff and then you can assign it to yourself, right? But any stranger, not a stranger, obviously, but anybody in my audience could listen to this and say, yeah, that's Beth, right? It's not like this is crazy stuff that we're assigning to me. So anyway.
Yeah. So there's really the things that you can learn through something like an identity code session with me is, one, we can find out exactly what makes you different. We can find out how you are meant to help others. We can find out your challenge, and we can get you a little more aligned in what is working, what's not working, what you want, and yeah.
Yes. So, there's a link up in the actual content, the copy of this video, where you can actually book your session for $47, which is cray. She was telling me how much work goes into it, and I was like, you can't charge $47, but she's charging $47 for 48 hours. So
do it.
So yes, get it. I really wish that I had this information 2 years ago, 3, 4 years ago. you know,
Same.
even when I was doing birth work, I was telling Amber that the reason that I did birth work, I didn't care about the babies. I
Right.
didn't care about the birth. I cared about the transformation for the mom.
Right.
I cared that the mom was going to have a really powerful life after she gave birth because of the experience that I was able to help facilitate for her. And so now I'm able to do that without, being in a hospital for 3 days. So yeah, I like that much better. So do you take PayPal? Yes. If you use the Calendly link, it will it's linked through PayPal, correct? Yeah. So you can do that there. So seriously, don't wait. I really can't emphasize how powerful of a session this has been. And I'm really glad that I'm able to bring it to my audience at such a ridiculous no-brainer rate, because yeah. And I can't wait to hear from you guys after you have your sessions. Please come share in the group with Amber after you have them, so that everybody can hear about what kind of an experience you had, and the things that you learned about yourself or had confirmed about yourself. Because if it's anything like what we just had, guys, I cried. I cried real tears.
It was true.
I
wasn't gonna say anything. She said it.
I was sitting there crying, and all of a sudden I was like, I gotta swallow down my tears, because this is just, no, I don't cry.
Too much water for this fiery element up in there.
Yes. So Amanda, if you go up into the post, did I not? I didn't put it in there. Well, shoot. I'll go put it back in there, but there's the link for you as well right now. So anyway, really, really amazing session. And I can't wait to hear about the sessions that you guys have with her, because I'll put it back like I said.
I'm trying to put the link in here.
Anyway, okay. I'll see you later, guys.
Thank you, guys.
It really will.
It really will. I'm only in the business of transformation, so it will matter.
Oh, hey, me too.
That's fine.
Look at that.
Oddly, we ended up together.
I know. Okay, guys. I'm going to give her the most awkward proposal right now. Wait, do you want to do a podcast with me?
Sure.
Because you're INFP.
Like forever?
And me and TJ. Yeah. Until you move and go travel. My rings won't come off because my knuckles are swollen.
We're awkward.
So,
Luckily, we're both awkward.
Oh, yes, that was the other thing. Okay, she has to tell you about that first before we go.
So we both have this thing of being awkward, and we were like, okay, this is Beth's chart. Her sun sign, awkward. Her moon sign, awkward. Jupiter sign, awkward AF. Pluto, redunculously awkward.
Literally.
Neptune, endlessly awkward. Just every sign.
My chart is all about the awkward. All about the awkward. And I think I nailed that. So one time I went to an event and I talked to somebody afterward, and I was like, yeah, I call myself a socially awkward extrovert. And she was like, yeah, that's a really good way to describe you.
She said that.
With that face. Yeah, that's a really good way to describe you. Anyway, we're not friends anymore.
I'm the same.
So anyway, that's all.
Anyway, bye.
Bye.
Awkward bye.
Awkward.